doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cam, back at it again with another video, and I want to talk about something today. It's actually a question that some of you guys have been asking me on my Instagram, and one of it is from young guys, asking, what should they expect joining the Marine Corps or joining a military service branch? What can they expect? And I'm gonna leave that for another video. I actually want to touch base on another question that some of you guys asked. That question was, why did I join the Marine Corps? Alright, so I just feel like it's more appropriate if I take a little time to kind of express my experiences and express why I joined. Maybe it might change your guys' mind, maybe it might inspire you to join a little bit more. I don't know, but this is probably the first time I've actually sat down and got the chance to share why I joined. Usually I just talk one-on-one with somebody, or I talk with somebody junior to me when I was in the Marine Corps, just basically telling them why I joined, and then vice versa, asking them why they joined. And I get a few interesting responses in regards to that question, and mine has kind of just been on the same page. I mean, it was nothing too crazy. I didn't, it wasn't like, oh, I was, I had to go to prison or I had to join the Marine Corps, nothing like that. But there's the old guys, the OGs, that had those experiences, and like I said, it's gonna be the first time I've actually talked about it and touched base on it. So let's get to it.
Before the video begins, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell in order to be up to date with the latest uploads.
So like I said, it's going to be the first time I've actually shared this. So, I'm just going to pretty much just say it off the top of my head. Nothing's scripted in this video. I'm going to keep it raw, keep it real with y'all. But yeah, so let's get it started. Alright, so I had many reasons why I joined. I didn't have the perfect childhood. I didn't have the perfect teenage years. I wasn't perfect myself. If I look back at the way I was before, I would kind of deem myself as a bad person in a way, just because I made a lot of mistakes, and we all do. And when you mature and you grow up, years down the line, you look back at it and you're like, damn, why was I like that, or who was that? You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to see myself reflecting back on the way I used to be, and just it's crazy to me how much I've changed. And I can personally say that I'm still getting better. I'm trying to better myself day after day, taking one day at a time. And by no means am I perfect. I think I honestly became a better person. Joining the Marine Corps was definitely one of the reasons why. Definitely matured me, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. Another reason was because of the way I was. I was just creating enemies and creating bad friendships, and just a lot of drama. There was just a lot of drama going on. So in my head I was kind of want to get away. I was on the fence about it for a little while, and then it took me a little while to actually do it. Actually a few of my friends convinced me, and I was just like, what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go talk to the recruiter. And the recruiter actually was in the cafeteria at the time during my senior year, and I just went up to talk to him, just basically started asking him some questions. And then he was just showing me what was on the table, the display and stuff like that. And he had his uniform on, looked nice, it looked amazing, you know what I mean? And that's probably one of the things that attracts most young guys is the uniform, because the uniform, you already know, so I'm not being biased or anything like that, but the uniform is they don't call it a panty dropper for no reason, you know what I mean? So I already had that decision kind of made up in my head. And then, just going forward, taking that first step and talking to a recruiter, and, having him just break down everything with me and stuff like that, it kind of, leaned me more towards wanting to do it. And at that time, my teachers were always asking me, like, hey, have you applied for school? Because, when you're in senior year, your teachers are hounding you, like, have you applied for school? Have you applied for college yet? And stuff like that. So, to me, it was kind of just, I never had the motivation to, apply for school. It just wasn't my thing. And, I'm not trying to offend anybody like that, but it was just me. I just didn't feel like I was ready to go, go to school after high school. You know what I mean? And at the time, it was just kind of a decision I had to make. And it's crazy because, like, when I finally decided to join the Marine Corps, and I told my mom, like, she definitely she didn't want to sign the papers for me, and I'm still underage. I didn't turn 18 until, June time frame, and that's more towards when I was going to graduate. And, I kind of disobeyed what she wanted and just went ahead. The moment I turned 18, 4 days later, I signed the papers, signed the contract, and I did my oath. So, when I look back at it, I don't regret anything. Joining the Marine Corps was probably the best decision I've ever made in my entire life, I could say, for the most part. And, it definitely helped me mature. I developed so many things from joining the Marine Corps, and I can say that it'll be the same for you. It'll be the same for anybody. Whether you're joining the Marine Corps, whether you're joining the Army, Navy, Air Force, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're gonna gain a lot of skill sets. You're gonna learn to be a leader. You're gonna mature. Like at the time, I definitely was not mature. Going through the years of being in the military, I started maturing. It just kind of comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you're given responsibilities at a young age, and that responsibility kind of just blooms. It blooms you into a great leader, and from learning all the skill sets and gaining so much knowledge, and learning to work with people, you sit there and you're just like, dang, like, I'm still 21, 22 years old, and I'm here inspiring these 18 and 19 year olds that are, just joining, even guys that are joining late into their years. I'm talking about, I've had some guys join when they're like 26, 27, a lot older than I was, and, they still had a lot of respect for me. And that just came with, the way the military works. It's the customs, the courtesy, the discipline, that you gain so much knowledge through it, which helps you develop, and I'm not going to say that everybody is the same. Some people kind of lean towards, more of a selfish road. But at the end of the day, as long as you're there to make yourself better, you're not just there because, hey, I just want to make a quick buck, or I just want to, when you're there for a good reason, you're going to make yourself better at the end of the day. You're there to help others. You're there to grow. And then once you grow and you grow through the ranks, now you have a responsibility of helping these younger guys and get up to where you are, and of course you want them to pass you. That's the way it goes. That's the way a leader should be. I believe in good leadership. I've had bad leadership and good leadership, and I'm not going to say I'm the best leader in the world, but I try to be as fair, firm as possible, and everything worked out for me. I got no complaints. I did my 8 years honorably, and like I said, looking back at it, probably the best decision I've ever made. I'm kind of rambling on here, but like I said, it's not scripted, so I'm trying to just jump the gun a little bit, just explain, elaborate on some parts here and there. But there's a few other things that kind of came into the picture while I joined. I didn't join right after high school. Yes, I signed the contract, but I still had to wait 6 months. So I didn't go to boot camp until January. I actually had the chance to go a little bit earlier, like August time frame, but I turned it down because I picked up a job right after I signed the contract, just to help my mom's out with rent and stuff like that. So I was working some ridiculous swing shift hours, just trying to make some extra money on the side to help my mom's out before, I ended up going to boot camp. Because I remember my recruiter, he reached out to me and he was just like, hey, you and your boy, which was one of my friends at the time, he was actually going to boot camp with me. The recruiter reached out to me and was just like, you and your boy can go to boot camp a little bit earlier. And I was just like, how early? And he was like, August, like the beginning of August or something like that. And at that time when he asked me, it was like the beginning of July. So I was like, dang, that's kind of too soon. I would love to, but I kind of already had everything planned, and I didn't want to change my plan up. My plan was to, work a few months, then go to boot camp. Once I had everything kind of settled, let my mom ease into the fact of knowing that I'm going, let her, cope a little bit with it, spend some time with her and stuff like that. So yeah, that definitely helped me. I mean, those mainly were the reasons. I don't want to spill the beans too much, but those were definitely the main reasons why I decided to join the military. I just knew, I took a chance, honestly. I wasn't the typical oh, gung-ho, I'm about to join the military, I'm watching every boot camp video in the world on YouTube. That definitely wasn't me. I was just more so of, I don't know, I was just kind of eager to get out. I was eager to do something that was bigger than myself, and I wanted to do something different than everybody else was doing. Some guys wanted to go to school, some guys just wanted to work and stuff like that. But me, I kind of just wanted to take a different route, get away from home for a little bit. I never planned on, you know, re-enlisting or anything in the beginning. I was just more so of, I'm going to do my 4 years, you know, get the feel for it, and then, you know, get out. But then, you know, after my third year, I want to say, I ended up deciding to re-enlist, and I ended up getting approved for it. So I did another 4, and the reason for that was just because, you know, I feel like I just didn't get the full feel for it, and I feel like might as well, you know, do another 4 years. I was going to be 4 years inactive anyways, because you sign an 8-year contract. You sign an 8-year contract that consists of 4 years active, 4 years inactive. You know, that's kind of the minimum. You know, there's other MOSs that have different requirements, different contracts, like 5 years and stuff like that. But mine was just 8 years, 4 years active, 4 years inactive. And I was just like, you know, I'm just going to go for the full 8. Why not? Get the experience out of it, get to travel a little bit more, which I did. I got the opportunity to travel. So, you know, everything worked out in the end. And, you know, just deciding, you know, down the line that I was going to get out was probably one of the toughest decisions, because, you know, just like in my last video, I want to say like 2 videos ago, in regards to, you know, me getting out of the Marine Corps and transitioning, I was nervous, you know what I mean? I was scared, you know, I was just looking down the road, and I like to think positive, you know, but, you know, when you don't know what's going to happen in the future, it's just a scary feeling, you know. But at the end of the day, you got to take your chances, you got to take the little risks to make it. You know, you want to be successful, you have to take a chance, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get far, so you have to believe in yourself, and just do it, man. Just do it. And that's, you know, you're going to fail, you might fail once, twice, 3 times, but, you know, you got to keep on getting up and just keep running with it, and just, you know, just keep going hard, because, you know, success is right there. Success is here, you know what I mean? And it's for you to, the distance between you and that success, it's on you. It's on you. You know, it's either, you know, get closer step by step, or you're just going to keep falling back, is what it is. So, you know, you just got to take a chance. So, anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. I definitely want to make another video in regards to what to expect when you join, what boot camp will be like and stuff like that. But I'll leave that for another video, man. I feel like there's already a bunch of YouTube videos out there. But if I'm going to make a video on it, I'll tell you based off of my experience. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that video, especially if you're about to, you know, ship off to boot camp or whatever. I'll try to do the video here soon, so you kind of get an idea. But, you know, watch the other YouTube videos. There's a whole bunch of videos of what to expect. When I make my videos, just based off my opinion and my experiences. I'll be honest, boot camp was, you know, 8 years down the line, it's kind of a blur, but I still remember significant things and things you should and should not do. And, you know, having friends that are drill instructors and stuff, you know, it helps, because you hear the stories, you hear things that are like, you didn't know at the time, and now you know, so it's kind of weird, and you're like, oh, that's why they do that like that. That's why they did this like this. So, and, you know, there's a method to all the madness, and I will definitely leave that for the next video. And I'm gonna wrap it up for now. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna try to do more of these talks. I'm gonna talk about fitness. I'm gonna talk about, you know, the military. I'm gonna talk about just life in general. Maybe try to do a little segment of, you know, camp talks or something like that. So, and I think some of you guys seem to really enjoy these videos, and, you know, some of you in person even tell me, you know, that these videos help a lot, and, you know, I do appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to view these videos, and thank you for, you know, continuing to support me. You know, I'm trying to take this YouTube thing far this year. I'm trying to do a lot of good things this year, so everything that you guys give me, I'm gonna give back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just energy for energy. So once again, I just want to say thank you. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed already, and definitely hit that notification bell, so that way you're up to date with the latest and greatest videos that I put out, because I'm going to be putting out videos frequently, and I'm going to be on it this year. So once again, I love you guys. Till the next video. See ya.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold